Hey everyone, Josh here with Gaming Underground Miniatures, here for the next unboxing video. This time we are unboxing Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, Looncurse. Sorry this video is coming out a little late. I have been very sick. Got sick over the weekend, just went to the doctor today because it kept getting worse. Turns out I have a chest infection, a ear infection, and I had a fever, along with, sore throat, stuffy nose, and all that. So I'm sorry if I sound off. This is actually the third attempt at this video. Tried to do it over the weekend, wasn't feeling up to it. I filmed a 22-minute video yesterday, and in my sickness, I discovered I forgot to turn on the mic. So I bought a lot of fancy new equipment, as some of you may have seen. Have a new camera, new mic, trying to make things look better. A little better than just a cell phone quality, and I hope that shines through. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to explain why this video is a little later than expected, and if I sound off, it's just because of all the sickness, so just bear with me. But I do appreciate you all, and I look forward to this. Also, I do apologize. As I said, I did the video yesterday. Did the whole video. Figured out the volume wasn't on. So unfortunately, I took the shrink wrap off. But I put it all in the box. None of it's assembled. We're just going to go through it again. I'll even pretend to take the wrapping off for you. So we have the beautiful Warhammer Looncurse box. Tilt it a little downward so you can see what's about to. Alright, so taking off the box. First things first, the standard Warhammer Age of Sigmar poster that's been coming out. And for all of you to see, a lot of beautiful art went into this one. Just like Carrion Empire. Great stuff that they did with that. We have, to start with, some of the squigs. And if you actually look at it here, you can see a whole bunch of different like build styles for them. I want to do the Boined. I'll bring up with the war card. It's a funny little name. Basically, they're the Goblin Knights. I don't know why, but I thought they were cool. So we have them. We have squigs, just normal squigs with the herders. That's basically your bread and butter army. You're just gonna get a bunch of squigs moving forward, and they're actually kind of deadly, it turns out. So the Loon Boss on Giant Cave Squig. So nice big cave squig, boss riding him into battle. Gonna have a whole bunch of fun with that. For the Sylvaneth, we have the Kurnoth Hunters, and they have the options here for the bows, swords, or size. Now the War Scroll card, I noticed, they only had the bow option in here, but you can download them all for free online. They did post the newest ones for all three online as well. So, and then you also have the Revenants, and they have both options for you to choose. So I like the normal Revenants right now. I'll eventually make Spite Revenants as well, as I'm building up the army. I have 10 already, so this will give me a nice amount of 20. So I could do 2 10-man squads. Could do 15, but I like them for a battle line. Moving them in, throwing a Dryas just kind of as your, lockdown mob horde. And then the big one here is the sprue for the Ark Revenant, the brand new hero to this box exclusively for now. And it's pretty nice looking, like everything about it's pretty wonderful. Try and give you a close-up. Of course, they have all the buildings here, so you got, like I mentioned before, the Loon Boss on Giant Cave Squig, the awesome Ark Revenant. You have the Squig Herd. You have, alright, so here's what it was. You can do Squig Hoppers, or you can do Boin Grot Bounders. And the Bounders are like the knight ones. They're in like full play, charging in with lances. Whereas the Squig Hoppers are more like just standard cavalry, basically. I actually don't know why they didn't color the Boin Grot Bounders one, but it is what it is. The Tree Revenants versus the Spite Revenants. You can make 10 of either one in the box or 5 of each. And then the Kurnoth Hunters. You have the Great Bow, the Great Sword, and the Scythe. I really like these guys. I think they are kind of underrated. I know that they cost 200 points for 3 of them. That can kind of be a lot. Especially 5 wounds apiece, 5-inch move, 7 bravery, 4 save. You can see similar things on Nurgle. The Blight Kings, they kind of have similar things for less points. But one of the things that I think you got to count into is their Great Bow. They have 30-inch range, 2 attacks, hit on 4s, wound on 3s, -1 rend, do a D3 damage. So on average, you're hitting 50% of the time. You're wounding about 60-65% of the time. And you're going to do about 2 damage most of the time on 2 attacks each. So you have a squad of 3, 6 attacks, 3 hitting, 2, so you might get 4 damage in. Kill a couple Stormcasts, kill some Horde models, try and force a bravery check. We have, of course, bases. They put all the little bases in here, except, and this was the mystery to me, maybe somebody can help figure it out, there's 2. I didn't open this when I did the original video, so this is sealed, but there's 2 random bases here. I don't know if these were meant for the heroes, and maybe all of these are just meant for the infantry, but I thought it was interesting that they just all weren't in the same bag. That's me. Then of course we have the War Scroll cards. The Kurnoth Hunters, their fancy new War Scroll card. You have the Ark Revenant. He has a bunch of rules actually. He's very good at helping the Kurnoth Hunters, but he's just good overall because he has abilities to protect himself, to be a better attacker. He can help them, the Kurnoth Hunters, with any of their attacks by rerolling 1s. Once per battle, you can kind of throw a mortal wound that would go onto him onto somebody else. Yeah, he has a command ability that's good for any Sylvaneth when he's when the squad's within 9 inches of him, or if he's the general 12 inches. That's kind of becoming a very standard thing, and he has +1 attacks to it. So this could be pretty great in terms of, especially if you got like a squad that you want to get in, do melee damage, throw on some hard damage. He's right there supporting them, giving them a bonus attack each just to swipe up. Especially good for hordes. You know, you throw 30 dryads or whatever around a squad, give them +1 attack each. The Tree Revenants. Now there's no Spite Revenant card in this box because I don't believe they intended for you to build the Spite Calls. They gave you the option, but they weren't intending for you to do that for this one. The Squig Herd. And now this is the weird one. So I'm going to show these ones side by side. So how I just mentioned you didn't have the Spite Revenants. They included both cards for the Squig Hoppas and the Boingrot Bouncers. So you have options, and you have fancy cards for either one of them. And then finally, the Loon Boss on the Giant Cave Squig. So, a lot of nice cards. Beautiful art on the back of every card. And then we come to the Looncurse book itself. One thing that I found and I liked right away was they gave you the pitch battle profiles for all of this, which means the biggest thing for me is you have the Ark Revenant points. And that's what you need. You need to know what the Ark Revenant points are. Kurnoth Hunter's points didn't change. Still 200 points. Although now they specifically say Kurnoth Hunters with Kurnoth Great Bows. We'll get back to a point I'm going to bring up at the end of this little showing. So, along with that, you have 2 War Scroll Battalions. You have Zagat's Squiglatch, and you have Drunati's Wrathkin, which is literally every unit they gave you in the book. They made an option so that you can just have a War Scroll card for it. Another interesting thing I saw, the War Scroll cards. Now I know Squiglatch has a War Scroll that's in the Git book, but I don't know if this is the same, since it's like a named Squiglatch, so I'm not sure if it'd be the same thing or not. But I know for this new battle battalion for the Sylvaneth, obviously it's never been used before. It's the Ark Revenant, 2 units of 5 Tree Revenants, 1 unit of the Kurnoth Hunters with Great Bows, and they do not have points for either one of them. So, technically speaking, the way I would play it is, I would use the Squiglatch rules, but they don't have points for the Wrathkin, so it's kind of like a free battalion right now. And it's not anything game-breaking for their battalion. It's units from this battalion wholly within 18 inches of the Ark Revenant from the same battalion do not take battle shock test. Basically, they're just not going to run. So, it's good, but it's not game-breaking. They have, of course, designed missions towards the Looncurse, so you can play kind of through a little campaign with your friend for that. They have lore, history. I think that's pretty cool. That's one of my favorite things, actually, to read, is about all the lore, because they've gone so heavy into giving us lore for Sigmar this year, and it is showing. The stories are great, and it's all pretty amazing, to be honest. We have the core rulebook, not the full book, but the one that you would kind of give out to friends when you're teaching them, the one that you would show demos. And this, I think, does a nice job. It presents it nicely, and it has all the rules somebody needs to know when trying it out and starting or quick referencing something important. If you want a quick reference, you want a demo, that's a great one to have right there. And then finally, we have tokens. So we have 2 rulers, different colors for, each side. Command point tokens. We have a couple what I think are spells, and then something about cave-in, so that's probably one of the missions. And then we have little tokens for each faction. You can clearly see, like, one's a spider cauldron with random stuff in it, and the other one is kind of more elfy. You see the thorns and the nice emblem and all that, so that goes along with that. And then you have something called the Mirror Prism. Once again, I think that's probably going to be for one of the missions in here. There are a couple of charged tokens, so if you want to put them next to your people that charge, you can help kind of keep track of that. So overall, really great contents in this box. If you're a Sylvaneth player, definitely want to pick up this box just because of the Ark Revenant. If anything Carry On Empire taught us, is they're not too quick to put out the exclusive heroes. So eBay alone, you're paying $40, $60 for the hero right now. And if you pay $60, that's a little over 1/3 of the cost. So, and that brings up the point that I wanted to talk about. GW is not doing a great job about the print with this. What do I mean by that? So, GW was out of stock of this before it hit shelves. The pre-releases alone ran it out of print. And as far as we can tell, just like Carry On Empire, they have no intention to actually go back and print more. So the people that pre-ordered, great. I've heard some people aren't even getting their pre-orders. It is that rough right now. If you find it on the store shelf, grab it. It's already like day two. Day two, it was going for 180 was the lowest one I found. The average was between 200 to 240 for a $160 box. People are pricing the crap out of it, and people will still buy it, especially if they play both armies. One army alone in this is worth $160. I've noticed that's the trend. They seem to have you buy a $160 army, and then they give you a $160 army for free. So, hopefully, what I would like to see, and I'm kind of wondering if this is what their idea is every quarter to come out with a box like this, because it was about 2 or 3 months ago Carry On Empire came out. Now this one's out, so May, June, July, maybe August we'll see another box, and then November, December we'll see a final box for the year. I think that would be pretty great, but I think they need to keep it up on the shelf longer. I think move it along until the next box is about to come out. Keep it in production a couple months. If you want to stop it after that, that's fine. Have it run out of stock. That way whatever's on the shelf is on the shelf, and you promote your next box. I think that's going to be a great way to move forward with it. And these boxes are amazing because there's no Stormcast in them, and they are selling. They're selling maybe hotter than the Stormcast box, and I think they're starting to see that other people that play other armies, they want the love too. They want to be able to have their Sylvaneth be frontline and center. They want their silly squigs to be frontline and center. They want their flesh eaters frontline and center, and all that kind of stuff. So, GW, please think about keep printing this out more. Please think about continuing these boxes, and don't be afraid to put out Stormcast stuff, but definitely keep putting out other things people want. Do Free People versus, some other army that needs an update. Tomb Kings, Free People versus Tomb Kings. Do Bretonnians, people want their Bretonnians. Do Bretonnians versus, the Savage Orcs. I'm trying to think of their name. Not the Iron Jaws, but the other ones. Like, do those. That's another army that needs an update. So keep moving forward and just updating the armies and putting out these great boxes, and people are going to buy. And when they buy this, they're going to need more. And as long as you keep that going, you got yourself a hot item, and you got yourself more customers, and more importantly, more players. And the last big thing I want to talk about, the Battle Tome was leaked. And then the very next day, GW community site was on it like usual, and they said they are having some trouble, I guess, distribution. So we do have a new Battle Tome. We have endless spells, all that good stuff coming. However, they don't know when this is going to be settled, and they can't get it to us within a certain time. One guy, he said something about a few months, but he was kind of playing the more joking side of the video, whereas the other guy was like supposed to be the more serious side, and he just said they were working on it as fast as possible. So who knows, it might be 2 weeks, it might be 3 months before we get our Sylvaneth Battle Tome and our endless spells, which would be very sad, but that's how it goes sometimes. But overall, I think this box is a great buy. If you don't play Sylvaneth and you just wanted the squigs out of it, you could probably get the same amount of squigs if you just bought the boxes, so I wouldn't buy for that. But if you play both, if you want to split it with a friend, if you and a friend want to get into the game, anything like that, buy this box. It is a great box. Buy it. It has everything you need to start playing and knowing the game and having fun. If you're a Sylvaneth player and you want that new Ark Revenant, buy the box. Buy it from your local store. I would not suggest buying it online. I don't support really the hyped up boxes. I think it's okay to hype them up a little. You know, if you have a $160 box and you want to make a little something off of you investing in it, 180 is okay. 200, okay, you're still doing something. But 140, or I mean 240, 250, 260, you're really pushing it then, and you're not helping the community. So just something to think about there. As far as for everything else, just I think there's going to be a lot of great things coming up. I hope this video finally works out. I hope everyone is still having a great time with us. I do appreciate all the support on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. All those platforms have been great. Sorry, voice going out a little. I'm going to wrap this up here. We've had some great local stores. Vault 13 in Harrington, Delaware. Born to Game in Camden, Delaware. Both great stores. We've been playing at them. If you ever want to come play with the Gaming Underground Miniatures crew, we can match up on a Sunday night sometime. We play every Sunday. We can also see about what we can do for other things. We do have a battle report coming up. I filmed the first one. If you haven't seen them, I'm also going to be filming some of the painted miniatures we've had come up and stuff like that. So look for videos of those coming up. A lot of great videos about to come. I'm very happy with my new equipment. So, and I do have a separate topic to bring up. I'm going to do that in a separate video, probably in a couple days when I'm feeling better. Like I said, my voice is giving out, so I'm going to start going now. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel if this is what you like. Go check us out on Facebook. Go check us out on Instagram. Tell your friends. Just come on this journey with us to build this group up and make it the best group it can be. I'm looking forward to it. So, once again, Josh with Gaming Underground Miniatures. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day.